Hello, students, and welcome to this virtual college fair. My name is Mackenzie. I'm going to be your facilitator. Just as a reminder, your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. If you want to ask questions, just use the Q&A button at any time. Please sign up for more sessions. There are many more available. You can check the schedule on the website, and a recording will also be available at strivescan.com/the-Carolinas. We are super excited. We have some great representatives that are going to share with you today, and we are going to start off with Temple University Japan campus.
Thank you very much. My name is Andrew. I'm admissions counselor here at Temple University Japan campus. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen and give you a quick introduction to our institution. So we are based in Tokyo, Japan. Temple University, though, actually originates in Philadelphia. So it's a huge, comprehensive public university on the East Coast of the United States, around 35,000 undergraduate students, 150 plus majors. And Temple University Japan campus, or TUJ, as we like to call it, is simply an extension of that school, an international branch campus based out in the middle of Tokyo, Japan. So that means that we teach to the same academic standard as our campus in Philadelphia. We teach entirely in English, again, just like they do in our main campus. You're not required to be fluent in Japanese when you arrive here at the institution, but you can certainly start learning the language or continue to learn Japanese when you get here. And if you have taken AP credits, for example, you can transfer those over. If you're in IB curriculum, you can potentially transfer these over to the start of your undergraduate degree here at TUJ. Now, as I mentioned, the main campus is based in Philadelphia. We have a campus in Tokyo, where I'm based. We also have a campus in Rome, Italy. So we're a very global outlooking institution with campuses in 3 different countries. You can come and do a full 4-year undergraduate degree with us here in Tokyo, Japan. But some of our students like to split their time up between the different campuses. So you can, for example, have a study abroad experience in Philadelphia or Rome, or maybe even split your degree and do something like 2 years in Japan, and then go on and complete your major for the final 2 years in Philadelphia. Looking specifically at our Tokyo campus, we are very lucky to be located in the heart of the city. You won't find us on the outskirts of Tokyo. We are right in the center. We have a great vantage point to go and explore this amazing city. And we're very lucky that Japan has, and Tokyo specifically, has probably the world's safest and most reliable public transport system, specifically the train network. It makes Tokyo very accessible, and it's something I would encourage our students to go out and explore and make the most of this opportunity of living in Tokyo, Japan. Now, looking at our student experience, I mentioned the similarities between us and the main campus at the beginning of the presentation. Where we differ mainly comes down to the size of the institution. We're much smaller than our main campus. Here we have around 1,400 students. So we're much smaller. We have a very close-knit community here at TUJ. Your average class sizes here are going to be around 20 to 21 students per class. The classes tend to be very interactive. We love to see our students participate, debate, discuss ideas during the class. And in addition to your regular tutorial and lecture style classes, we're very keen on adding a practical experience to your education. One of the main components of this is through our internship program. So all of our students have the opportunity to apply to do an internship. These are semester-long internships going to work for a variety of different companies in Tokyo, Japan, whether that's a Japanese company like Mitsubishi, whether you're going to the international office of a company like Amazon, for example. We work with the American Embassy here. We work with a number of NGOs. In total, we offer over 200 different internships each semester for our students to choose from. And outside of your classes, we have a very extensive activities program. Not only do we offer the chance to explore Tokyo, but we want you to go and visit other parts of Japan, whether you're going skiing in the north, or you're going down south to visit a hot spring. You're taking part in a cultural workshop. We're really trying to add that immersive experience in addition to your high quality education. We have a very diverse student body. We have currently over 65 different nationalities studying here at the university. And that diversity is reflected in our faculty group as well. We have professors from all over the world coming here to teach at TUJ, including a number of professors who will come from the main campus each year to teach on the Japan campus. Looking quickly at what you can actually study here at TUJ, being a small campus, we have focused down onto 10 undergraduate majors, mainly in the liberal arts field. You can double major, you can major and minor. Again, I want to stress that you can complete all of these degrees here for your full 4-year undergraduate degree program here at the Japan campus. We are the oldest foreign university campus in Japan. We've been here for nearly 40 years. Actually, next year will be our 40th anniversary. In 2019, though, we reached a huge milestone, moving to a brand new campus. This is a purpose-built facility for TUJ students. And with this move, we've located next door to a Japanese university, Showa Women's University, which we have this great collaborative partnership with. And with this new move, we've created what's been dubbed as Japan's first global campus. Our students now have access to not only the TUJ facilities, but a number of facilities over at Showa Women's University. We do a lot of collaborative events together. So this is a very unique campus environment, especially being in Tokyo, Japan. And we're looking forward to see how this grows as we settle into the space over the next few years. A quick look at tuition. Being an international branch campus, we can offer a lower tuition rate than our main campus. Our tuition comes in around $15,000 per year. You can use FAFSA here in the Japan campus as well. We do offer a number of merit-based scholarships, and international students are permitted to work part-time in Japan as well. The application process is very simple. Our application for the fall 2022 semester is open now. It is rolling admissions. Once you complete your application, we will send you a decision in approximately 4 weeks. Application can be done via our online application form or via the Common App. We are test optional, so you're not required to submit SATs or ACTs for your application. We have a number of different events going online at the moment. So we've just finished up a sample lesson this week for our economics program. We'll have more coming up as well. So if you want to go and check those out, please go and look at the website. And thank you very much for your time. I hope you found that interesting, and I hope to speak to some of you in the near future too. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you so much. And up next, we have Penn State University.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is James McCarty. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions here at Penn State. It is a blast to be able to chat with you for just a moment tonight and share a little bit about what makes Penn State University such a special place to learn and grow. Let's kick things off with what I like to call the fast facts about Penn State. So we are ranked in the top half of the top 1% of colleges and universities all across the globe, with more than 18,000 choices that you have for higher education across the world. Penn State ranks 53rd best across the globe. I always like to say that in admissions, I'm working to recruit graduates, not just students. And that is reflected in both our retention rate and our graduation rate. At Penn State, we have a 93% retention rate. What that means, 93% of the students that start with us come back for year 2, and 85% of the students that start with us matriculate on to graduation. That is much higher than the national average, which annually hovers somewhere between 55 and 65%. And again, it just speaks to the mission of our institution that, like I said, we are here to walk alongside you every step of the way and see you through to graduation and what lies beyond. Penn State is a tier 1 research institution. Each year we allocate more than $1 billion for undergraduate research. There's only one school in the nation that allocates more than we do for undergraduate research, which means that there's a huge amount of support prompting you to get out of the classroom and connect what you're learning to the field. Penn State is a massive system of multiple campuses spread all across the state of Pennsylvania, as well as our world campus, which is completely online. And at any given time, we have about 80,000 undergraduate students at our physical campuses across the state, and about 110,000 students university-wide, including the world campus virtually. We are a big institution, but that being said, our student to faculty ratio across the university is 16:1. So I'm biased, but I like to say you get the best of both worlds. That larger than life atmosphere while still having a close-knit learning environment with your fellow instructors and classmates. Penn State offers more than 300 study abroad opportunities across our network of partnerships across the globe. And we have a top ranked career services office, which was ranked 9th best in the country by the Princeton Review as of last year. As I mentioned, we're comprised of a system of 20 campuses spread all across the state of Pennsylvania. At Penn State, we like to say we are one university geographically dispersed. So for you as a student, regardless of which campus you go to, you have the same rights, resources, privileges, education, and diploma across the board, again, regardless of which campus you go to. Our largest campus right in the center of the state is the University Park campus. That one campus location has 46,000 undergraduate students studying at that one location. and that is the largest college campus on the East Coast of the US. It takes about 40 minutes to walk from one side of campus to the other. We offer 5 medium-sized campuses that range in size from 5,000 students down to 3,000 students, and generally the setting for those locations is more suburban in setting. Lastly, we have 14 small campuses that range from as large as 1,500 students to our smallest campus in the top right corner, Penn State Wilkes-Barre, has fewer than 500 students total. As I mentioned, some campuses are rural, some are urban, some are suburban. And with Penn State, you get something that you don't get with other institutions: options. You're in the driver's seat. You get to choose exactly what type of college experience you're looking for, whether you want big, medium, small, rural, urban, or suburban. Again, we are one institution, geographically dispersed. And as a student, regardless of which campus you go to, you have the same rights, resources, privileges, education, and opportunities across the board. Most students transition through our system of campuses through what we like to call a plan. What that entails is starting or doing your first 2 years of study at generally one of our smaller and medium-sized campuses, and then transitioning on, in most cases, to University Park, the really, really big campus, for your last 2 years. Now, I'm very deliberate with my language. Notice I said this is a transition, not a transfer. Because again, we are all Penn Staters across the board, regardless of campus location. And this transition is a guaranteed automatic transition after your first 2 years. So it's built into your academic program. We offer more than 275 majors at Penn State with more than 180 minors. No matter what it is you'd like to study, we have an option or an opportunity for you. We also offer more than 1,200 clubs and organizations with more than 95% of our student body involved in some capacity. Penn State works to foster diversity and inclusion. Our president has created a council to evaluate curriculum at Penn State to see how can we further incorporate diversity and inclusion in the mission and the coursework at our institution. In terms of applying, what you see on the screen here is what we're going to look for to evaluate your completed application. We're going to look for an application to the university, of which you can apply directly through our website, the common application, or the coalition application. We'll also ask you to self-report your academic record from high school through what we call our SRAR. And we're also test optional at least through fall 2023. So you have the option to submit test scores, SAT or ACT. Penn State does not superscore. We use the best cumulative test date. But that's overall everything that we're looking for from you as an applicant: the application of the university, self-reported records from high school, and if you choose to submit test scores, you can send those as well. There is one application university-wide, regardless of which campus you want to attend or what major you'd like to select. So you'll make those designations when you apply. Also think about our optional summer start option to jump into your studies early. And again, there's that 2+2 plan to begin small and work your way up to our University Park, the largest campus within the system. You can see from our screen here to estimate your eligibility. Keep in mind, these are ranges, not cutoffs. So this is the middle 50 percentile for where students fell based off of which campus they attended within the Penn State system. I have a brief timeline, which is very standard for most colleges and universities. Next, cost. Again, you can see left column is for non-Pennsylvania residents at our University Park campus. Right column is for any of the other 19 Commonwealth campuses across the state. And last but not least, Penn State has a massive alumni network with more than 750,000 active living dues-paying alumni association members. It is truly unmatched. The #2 largest alumni network out there has less than 500,000. So in terms of that network, we offer an immense amount of resources and connections for you at Penn State with, as you can see, 1 in every 106 Americans holding a college degree being a Penn State graduate. Please feel free to keep in touch. If there's any questions I can answer, I'm happy to. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, James. And now we will turn it over to University of South Florida.
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa and I am your admissions advisor for the University of South Florida. Today I just want to go over some information about the university as well as our application process. So we'll go ahead and get started. USF is a large metropolitan research university located in the Tampa Bay area of the state of Florida. So center of the state over to the west coast off of the Gulf of Mexico, that is where you will find Tampa Bay. That is where you will find the University of South Florida. We have 3 campuses that are a part of USF: USF's Tampa campus, USF St. Petersburg's campus, and USF Sarasota Manatee's campus. Tampa is the largest and the oldest of the 3, followed by our mid-sized campus in St. Petersburg, and our smallest campus is just to the south of that in Sarasota, Manatee. What this provides is a really great opportunity for students to get a really great degree in having a lot of options to study, but within a campus environment that works best for them. So Tampa is the largest of the system, and it is very big, very bold. We have over 30,000 students that attend there at the undergraduate level, followed by about 7,000 at St. Petersburg, and then about 1,000 over at Sarasota Manatee. Tampa is a large metropolitan research university located about 15 to 20 minutes north of downtown, whereas St. Petersburg is located right in the heart of downtown St. Petersburg. And then Sarasota Manatee is kind of a suburban campus as well. Just some stats for you. Our total enrollment is over 50,000 strong, and our total undergraduate population is a little over 37,000. Student faculty ratio is about 21:1. An average class size is about 33. Our students come from diverse populations. Over 40% of our students are from diverse populations. Students come from all 50 states and over 145 different countries. We offer over 200 different academic majors and concentrations for you to study. So there's a lot of different options for you. One of my favorite things about USF is where we are located. You have a lot of great opportunities located in the Tampa Bay area. Our community in the Tampa Bay region is very, very supportive of our students. So you're going to have a wealth of opportunities in terms of getting job experience, internships, but it's also just a very vibrant and diverse city. So there's a lot to do all the time, whether it's getting out and exploring our parks, our bay, some of the country's most beautiful beaches are in our backyard, or going to our theme parks like Busch Gardens, or getting out and about and exploring our museums and our performing arts centers. There's tons to do, and you never have to be bored. On campus, our students are very active as well. We have over 700 different student organizations, over 1,000 on-campus events each year. We are a Division I program underneath the American Athletics Conference. We have 17 sports underneath that banner. We have intramural and club sports as well. I mentioned before, we have over 200 different majors and concentrations. We also have an outstanding honors college. We do focus in interdisciplinary research, so that is something that we are going to encourage you to do as an undergraduate. You can begin your freshman year. If you are interested in research opportunities, we have those for you. Study abroad is also very popular, so we highly encourage that as well. And hopefully those programs are soon to come back, because they are very much missed. We also have access to great internships, whether it's at the local level within the Tampa Bay community, nationally or globally. Our students do often go out for those opportunities. We do have campus housing at USF Tampa and USF St. Petersburg campuses. We have traditional suite and apartment styles. Freshmen are not required to live on campus, but we do encourage it. Switching gears to admissions, we require an online application, which you can apply through our institutional app, Common App, or Coalition. We do have an application fee, but we do accept fee waivers from College Board, ACT, and NACAC. Our application fee is $30. We are not a self-reporting school, so we do need your official transcript sent directly from your school to USF. And then we also do need your test score. So the SAT or ACT, that is up to you. We do super score, so you can send all of those over to us and we will create your best composite score. Also on this slide is our middle 50% of our students who were admitted with us for the summer and fall of 2021. One of my biggest tips for our process is to apply early. We are not early action or early decision. Nothing is binding, but we do have a priority deadline of December 1st. And I encourage all of you to apply, complete your applications if you're seniors. By that time, it does give you your best chance of admission and campus priority, as we do have our 3 campuses. So if there's one that you really want to go to, just make sure that you're completing your application by then. And then our scholarship consideration deadline is January 15th. So if anything, please make sure you're completing your application by then so that we can consider you for the scholarships located on this slide. Our average cost of attendance for our non-Florida residents is a little over $35,000. So that's encompassing tuition and fees, room and board, books and supplies, and the miscellaneous costs to college enrollment. We do allow our freshmen to have cars on campus, so parking permits, things like that. And finally, this is my contact information. Again, my name is Melissa. Thank you for joining us tonight. I will also put my contact information in the chat as well. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Now we are going to move on to Drexel University.
Thanks very much. I appreciate the introduction. Thank you all for spending some time with us here today. My name is Donna Mayer. I'm a Senior Assistant Director of Admissions here at Drexel University. Going to share my screen momentarily. Hopefully it'll pop up for you well. There we go. And Mackenzie, if you can let me know if you're not seeing the full screen, but I think it'll be showing up fine. So again, thanks you all for spending some time with us tonight. My name is Donna Mayer. I'm going to give you some great information about Drexel University. As you can see, we're located in the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. We are a very unique school, probably one of the more unique schools you're going to learn about tonight and through your college search in a number of ways. First off, we're not only a large research-based institution, we're our one research-based institution. We offer research for all students at Drexel starting day one. We have a very unique program called Star Scholars, which is the chance actually for first-year students to apply to be considered for a program, the Star Scholars program, which will allow you to run your own research project or after your first year at Drexel. So over your freshman summer, you'll get the chance to not only take a deep dive on a subject matter that's important and valuable to you, but you'll be mentored by a faculty member who's an expert in that field. And you also get paid for the research that you're doing. So you're pretty much working for yourself your first summer job after finishing your first year. So Star Scholars is a great entree into research for any student if it's something that's going to be valuable and important for you for your career, something important for your, or maybe it's something that's going to be important for you just for your own self-knowledge, or something important to you for, you know, the major that you're studying and you want to get a better grasp on it. We are, I would say, a medium-sized institution. We have about 14,500 students at Drexel, and we are that type of school that offers the students the chance to have a smaller classroom curriculum, even though we might be considered large to you all. What I would say as far as that is, I understand, you know, seeing that 14,500, we're a large private research-based institution, but to me, overall, Drexel's a medium-sized school. My own experience, you know, when I was looking at colleges was that my first school that I went to had 500 students. So a very small school. So it was not uncommon to be in a classroom with 3 to 5 students. So I understood I really needed to have my work done because there's no way I wasn't going to be called on if there were only 3 other students in the room. I made some lifelong friends, but I realized I needed to change my major a few times, like most students. So I then decided I needed to leave that school and transfer to a university where one of my first classes had about 500 students in the class itself, which really, you know, wasn't I was fine with the numbers, but what really struck me was the fact that I never did see the face of that professor. And I don't want, you know, to me, that wasn't a great experience. And we certainly don't want you having that experience at Drexel. So as you can see, our student to faculty ratio is about 10 to 1. Our median class size is about 19 students. And we're able to offer that because of our curriculum. We are a quarter-based school at Drexel University. So we change classes with the seasons pretty much: fall, winter, spring, summer. So each term will be 10 weeks long. We move at a little bit of a quicker pace academically, but the quarter system gives our students a tremendous amount of flexibility for having a major in one area, a minor in another field. We have 80 majors at Drexel and about 120 minors. So very diverse curriculum that you can take advantage of. And this does include the curriculum offered through the honors program as well. So if you want that enrichment opportunity, you'd be able to be considered for honors if you apply to that program as an incoming student. Our experiential learning opportunities give you the chance for the student to be in an environment, and they're offered to you, like if you're a nursing major, we have a sim lab where they can work with robots that are programmed to have different medical conditions. You might be experiencing experiential learning opportunities through professional events that the students at Drexel put on. Our Drexel students are put into the environment that they think they're going to want to go into after they graduate from our university. Another opportunity for students to engage in not just civic engagement, but experiential hands-on learning. You're able to continue with the things that you love to do. So performing arts is a big part of what we offer Drexel students. We have a thriving community for students interested in theater, music. If you're a singer, dancer, we have majors, minors in those areas, but we also have ensembles, over 22 performing arts ensembles that you'd be able to join. And you may even earn a scholarship just for being a part of one of those communities. We have a very dynamic program called Cooperative Education at Drexel. We call it Co-op, and it's the chance for Drexel students to get into the workforce, to understand what it would be like to be a paid professional employee in that field or industry they're looking to go into. We've been running co-op for about 102 years now. So it's a very robust program. We have about 1,600 employers that you can find jobs through our database with, and we fully support and assist the students in locating the jobs, being prepared for those job interviews, how to apply for the jobs, how the whole process works. And when you do your co-op, you'll be out of the classroom for 6 months. Now, some students at Drexel, your program will be 4 years with 1 6-month co-op, but vast majority of students, you get the chance to choose to be a 5-year student at Drexel, not to be in the classroom any longer than anyone else. You'll still be in the classroom the exact same amount of time as the 4-year students, so tuition is the same. But the 5-year students choose that option so that they can do 3 co-ops. So they'll have the chance to work professionally in 3 completely different companies, locations, capacities, in, again, a professional setting. So you're not going to be the Starbucks coffee menu person. You're going to actually be a paid professional working for an organization. Now, the co-op program is very popular with our students, as you can imagine. About 98% of them participate in the co-op program. 85% of the positions are full-time, so they're paid, and the average salary is at $19,000 for each co-op that a student might do. Our community on campus is very robust with over 300 student organizations, including Greek life, including athletics. We're a Division I school, so we offer not only the Division I highest level, we also offer club activities, club sports, as well as intramural programs. Now, applying to Drexel is a very simple process, common coalition application. For the seniors this year and the juniors for next year, we are test optional for this year and next year. The only students that have to submit standardized tests will be those applying to our 8-year BA/BS MD medical program. And that is the end of my share. Thanks so much. Have a great night.
Great, thank you so much. And last but not least, we have Rider University.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, and hopefully all of you will be able to see this. So anyhow, we say to know us is to love us, okay? Many people haven't heard about Rider and don't know where we are. We're located about 45 minutes south of New York and about 45 minutes from Philadelphia. So we have a central location to 2 major cities, and yet we're in rural New Jersey, okay? 1 in 4 of our students is first generation student. We're pretty proud about that. We have 3,600 undergraduates, so that we're on the smaller side. I always like to tell students that we're small. However, you'll walk on campus and recognize people, but you won't know everyone. There are 17 students is the average class size and an 11-to-1 faculty ratio. All of our courses are taught by full professors. We don't have any teaching assistants, which actually works out very well for our students because the professors need people who will work with them and help them. And so therefore our students have that opportunity as well as using that as a job on campus. There are 70 undergraduate majors. Rider was founded in 1865 as a business school. So obviously various majors in the business department are very strong, but we've grown over the years, especially in arts and music with our location to Philadelphia as well as New York. Communications and the sciences. There are 2 major hospital locations near us, plus the fact New Jersey is the pharmaceutical capital of the world. We have Janssen Pharmaceutical, Bristol Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson, and Merck, all within a half an hour of campus. As you can see, there are lots and lots of majors. We also have fifth-year graduate options in 8 different areas for our students. So that gives you a chance if you wanted to continue on at Rider. One of the things that makes us unique is what we call engaged learning. We started this a few years ago, and engaged learning is 6 credit requirement for graduation. In the beginning, students were really concerned how they were going to acquire these credits. And the truth of the matter is they obtain many more than they need to graduate. There are 6 areas where you can get engaged learning credit: service, collaboration, creative arts, global outlook, which would include travel abroad, leadership, and hands-on experience such as co-op and internships, which many of our students do. We started the Cranberry investment brand new this year. Not only do you, but your parents also want to know that after you have 4 years in college and spend all this money, you will actually have a job. So our commitment to you is that we guarantee that Rider graduates will gain an entry-level position or acceptance into a graduate or professional program in the field of study within 6 months of graduation. If that does not occur, we'll provide career coaching. We may recommend additional credits at no cost. We may offer you a 6-month internship that is paid to give you the foothold that you need to get ahead in this world. We're a Division I school. We have no football. Basketball is really our big sport. The fall, it's soccer, field hockey, track and field. In the winter, as I said, it's basketball. And we've always been proud of both of our basketball teams, both men and women. We've had a few male basketball players make it to the NBA. And this year, we're proud that we have a female that made it to the WNBA, Stella Johnson. So if Division I sports is not your thing, we also have club sports and intramurals so that you do have a chance to stay active once you're actually on campus. We are a rolling admission school. We do have early action with November 15th being our deadline. Having said that, there are a couple of caveats to that, and that is anybody that is applying to the BFA or BA in musical theater and acting for film, they all have a November 15th deadline, hard and fast. The reason for that is we then need you to do your pre-screen as well as your audition. Once you apply to us, within 6 weeks of applying, you will hear back from us. We say that January 15th is a prior deadline for scholarships. You're automatically considered for a scholarship when you apply with us. But we say that we can't promise that after January 15th, just in case we've used a lot of our money up. We do accept the FAFSA and not the CSS profile, so that is all you would need to file for us. We've been test optional for the past 5 years, so we will be continuing that. But many students ask, can I send my SATs to course? And the answer is yes. The average last year was an 1120 and the ACT was a 22. The average GPA was a 3.4. I always suggest if your scores are good and you want us to see them, great, send them. But we don't penalize you if you go test optional. We've been doing this for years. There are various scholarships and grants. We have 10 full paid scholarships by applying early decision. We have a business scholarship, and all the rest of them range from $21,000 down to $10,000. Please come and visit us. We have open houses in the fall, October 22nd and 24th, as well as November 5th and 13th. You can take a tour virtually or by coming to campus and be a Bronc. And should you visit us in 3 ways, you will get a $1,000 gift card. I wish you luck in all of your college pursuits.
Thank you very much, reps. And it looks like we do have some extra time, so I'd love to pose a question and have you guys answer for some of the students and parents here. So if you could turn your video and microphones back on. First, what advice would you give someone going through the college process? Andrew, if you want to start us off.
Yeah, I'd just say take advantage of all the resources that are available now. As a lot of institutions have mentioned here, you can do campus visits. A lot of these can be done in person and virtually as well. Connect via social media, join sample lessons, connect with current students. There's a whole broad range of facilities and ways to connect with the institution so you can make an informed decision about your college choice.
So I always like to share, I was and am a first-generation college student, and this process was terrifying. I always say I viewed me, the admissions people, kind of like the judge, jury, and executioner. It was like, please just give me a good response, and I hope I get it. I hope from our short time together tonight, you can see that we're all very, outgoing, excited, and here to help and support you. Also, never forget that we work in the admissions office, not the denial office. So please keep in touch, use us as resources and anything that we can do to assist you through this process. I'm sure I can speak for everybody that we're going to look at plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and G to get you in the door and, help you through this process to become students at our institutions. Thank you.
And to kind of piggyback on both of what my colleagues said, I think that it's really important to don't be afraid to really search around and, cast a wide net. So many schools offer so many great things. So make sure that you're making those lists of schools that you're really, really interested in, and try to get started as early as you can, just because it's going to help you in the long run, not just with the admissions process, but all of the follow-ups to it, whether it's financial aid and scholarships and the enrollment process, all of that comes after that. So make sure that you're connecting with the admissions advisors and the admissions staff in the schools that you're really interested in, making sure that you're talking to them and getting all of the information that you need, because everybody offers so many different things, but also the process can be different.
I think something that's really important to do too is, as James had pointed out too, that our goal is to get you to the school you're going to be happy. And it doesn't do me any good to have you come to Drexel and not be happy and then leave Drexel. So we don't want you coming to our schools if it's really not the best fit for you. And maybe reconsider what you consider the ideal school, right? We all have that, the dream school. In my mind, the dream school should be the school that has the academics that you want, has the social engagement that you want, the communities that you want to be a part of, and has the financial aid or the finances, the costs that you as a student and your family are going to be able to handle. So maybe kind of change your perspective a little bit as far as what your dream school is. And again, ask all the questions that you have, get as much information as you can, and take advantage of the opportunities the school have for connecting with the staff, current students, open houses, things like that. So really do some little investigating.
Okay, being last becomes a little more difficult because obviously I agree with all of my colleagues. So I do have parting words for all of you, and that is take a breath. This is a process, and there's a reason that it's known as a process. It takes a little while. You need to get things together. My big advice is get a big calendar. You don't want to miss a date or a deadline that can be important. And if you can stay organized and on top of it, then we will help you navigate the system.
Thank you. That is all really good advice. And we do have time for one more question, which is personally my favorite question. What is one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Yeah, thank you. I would just say, I would go back to that. We do offer a very unique experience to come and stay in a close-knit community with like-minded students that share a passion for Japan. And we're currently the only American institution where you can earn a full undergraduate degree in Tokyo. So it's very unique. Yeah, I think that's the impression I'd like to leave. A great close-knit community campus in Tokyo, Japan.
For me, I have to say Penn State is many places, but it is a feeling. And I'm sure that's like that for many institutions, but the pride and passion that you have as a Penn Stater is unmatched. When we do something, we do it big. We host the largest student-run philanthropic organization, Penn State's Thon organization. They raise money and awareness for pediatric cancer. When we host football games, our Beaver Stadium, it's over 110,000 screaming fans, second largest stadium in North America. Again, we have the world's largest alumni network. And I share all of those big facts with you because when we do something, we do it larger than life, and it's about community, bringing people together within that Penn State network. So Penn State is a place, but it's a feeling of connection, collaboration, support, and opportunity. Thank you.
And something I would like for all of you to remember about USF is that as large as we are, and we are large, we are big, we are bold, we are very much here for our students across all of our campuses. And so there are so many student support services that are out there for you to ensure that during your time and beyond, you are successful and that you are achieving your goals. So just remember that about USF.
I think for Drexel, something that really comes to mind for me, being a parent as well of Drexel students, and just knowing the students that I've worked with and the opportunities we offer, that Drexel students are really able to take the reins of what they'd like to do. So your major at Drexel won't define who you are and what you can be involved in. You, the student, you, the person, will do that. So you can take advantage of majors and minors, honors programs, study abroad opportunities, the co-op program, being part of and being very engaged in our student life. These are all opportunities, research. They're all opportunities available for all Drexel students, and those small classroom sizes will allow you to have that great connection with your faculty and all the supports that you might be looking for. Have a great night.
I guess aside from all the major facts I said about the size of campus and the fact that you get to work with full professors and things like that, I guess I'd want you to consider our location. It gives our students a suburban campus, but close to 2 metropolitan cities, so that they have access to all the various things that they may want to handle in their life.
With that, I would like representatives, students, and parents, I would like to thank all of you for joining us. When you close the window, there will be a quick 5-question survey that will appear. We'd appreciate any feedback you might have. Please sign up for more sessions. This is just one of the many available. And a recording of this session will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Thank you, everyone, and have a good rest of your evening.